Hey ladies and gents, this is the Wiz coming to you with a review of the Mythic Legions Goblin Legion Builder. Yay! One of the Legion Builder figures that we all know and love so well because they give us a lot of bang for the buck. They don't have as much paint apps as a lot of the deluxe figures, but they more than make up with it with their low price and their versatility and their accessories and the fun we have, you know, filling out our armies with them. So, Legion Builder, and this is my favorite Legion Builder because he's a goblin and he's small and he's nasty and he's armored head to toe in spiky evil armor. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I don't have his pauldrons on or anything like that. But, I mean, what else do you need for a goblin? You've got the green face. This is a bust that Nate Barch painted up for me. But look, you got the green face, the nasty, dirty feet, the gleaming yellow eyes, the furrowed brows, the scars, the bumps, the barnacles. You got those cool ears. And let me show you what else you got. Okay. Here is the giant bag of accessories. So, what else does the goblin have in his bag? I have noticed one thing here that is probably going to require some heat. I noticed that this spiky armor bit is sort of floating up a tiny little bit on the side. So I think if I apply a little heat there, it'll go back to its original configuration and it should fit flush and it should fit nicely. Right now, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's not even really noticeable. The thing about the all of the armor is that it's kind of this sort of metallic gray. He comes with a spear, which is also a metallic gray. He comes with a little weapons belt there. He comes with pauldrons, and I'm assuming it's going to be a right pauldron and a left pauldron. Put his left pauldron on there, and that will change the configuration a little bit. But the good thing about these figures is, you know, if you want to put one pauldron on to create a unique silhouette or a unique figure in your army, you can put one pauldron. If you want to do two, and that'll also create a different silhouette in your goblin army. So that's what he looks like. If you want to take this part off, the collar piece, you can take that off. That'll create a new silhouette. So, you know, you just use your imagination. Now, this pauldron just came out. What I really need there is to use some muscle and crank these in there. Okay, there we go. There we go. Those won't come out now. And we still have the issue with the collar bit rising up a little bit. It's funny, I always think that the armors that designed this way with the giant spikes coming up are cool. But whoever's using them is like one sneeze away from death, basically, and impaling their head on him. So, let me show you what else. You got this battle axe that is all gray in color. You have this scimitar that's all gray in color, but excellent weapons, right? For a goblin, quite fitting. And then that's the other thing, is you can outfit your Legion builders with different weapons. You have this skull here, kind of a nasty looking smaller skull with sharp teeth. I don't know if that's in focus or not, but it's got a nice wash on it, and I'm not quite sure where that's supposed to go, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. We've got the ubiquitous, you know, these ubiquitous 3 adapters to put weapons and shields and wings. I don't know why anybody would want to put a wing on a goblin, but in, you know, different strokes for different folks, so if they want to do that. And then you got a second head here that's very reminiscent of Gonk's, except it doesn't have any of the rust going on. So you have a fully armored goblin there. I'm not sure what I'm not sure what where this is supposed to go. Seems like a ornamental skull that might, you know, fit on maybe the ridge of the helmet. Something like that. I don't know. Obviously not, but something else that you could design. For example, like if you were to put it on the ridge, then that would be a cool helmet adornment. Or you could just hold it, or maybe you could glue it on a pauldron or something. Not sure what this little skull is for exactly, but I'm glad that they included it. Let me pop off the head off of this goblin. Now, to me, this goblin is so unique and so cool looking that I kind of wish that I knew more about him and that we had a backstory for him. But anyway, this is more of the anonymous hordes of goblins going out there with the big head and the, you know, armor and all that stuff. That's what that looks like. And then let me try that without the collar piece and see what that looks like. One thing I notice about these figures is that the joints are tight, and when you pop something on, you've got to really muscle it in there, but once it's in there, it's not going to come out, so you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, I could see tons of these impish little goblin dudes preparing for battle. Obviously, some other ways of sort of personalizing or individualizing them would be to, you know, maybe add some blood spatter, add some paint, or just pop the pieces apart and mix and match. You know, you can always, like, for example, pop the fold out and grab somebody else's fold or one from your Barbarian Legion builder or something and stick it in there, and then you'll have a different look. For example, like if this lovely lady Xylona will permit me to remove her loincloth. See, you could just pop that in here, and all of a sudden you've got a goblin with a green loincloth. And, you know, the possibilities are endless there. Like I said, Xylona, you can pop this on her. Doesn't go, it's not real color coordinated, but as you can see, it's just even a little dash of color like that automatically differentiates one figure from another. You can, you know, swap in some different pauldrons, you can swap in some different weapons, and all of a sudden you've got yourself an army, and you haven't spent an arm and a leg to get it. So I think the main reason that I like this guy so much and why he's my favorite Legion builder is because of this goblin face, which I think is absolutely irresistible and spot on. And that's what it looks like if you have a custom one-of-a-kind made bust that's been painted by the artist laureate of Mythic Legions. So it looks like but if you don't, you can get this little guy, and he's almost just as good and almost just as cool, and you can play with him. Oh, I wanted to mention that I got a dragon from the holiday sales at Home Depot. So it was 75% off. I think it cost me like $7.50 or something. And it's massive. And it's got eyes that glow in the dark and stuff. So I don't know if you guys go online, you might be able to find this guy. He's really nicely sculpted, really nicely painted. And just like you can see snag writing on him. Just the right size there for battles with your Mythic Legions Knights. I like that, the eye thing. So go out there before they all sell out, or go on go to Home Depot and look up Dragon. $7.50. They deliver it to the store. You don't have to pay shipping if you pick it up at the store. I mean, you can't beat that with a stick, right? And they have a green one, they have a red one, I think maybe a black one or something, or a purple one.